Hello everybody, so today I'm going to be doing a pretty casual video. I haven't, oh, what's going on over here? I haven't filmed me putting on makeup on my face in a video in a very long time. I don't know why. I don't love doing these videos because I feel like I have nothing to talk about and they're always so long and I don't know if you guys enjoy them, but I did ask you guys questions for me to answer while I'm kind of getting ready. I have some new things to try, particularly I just got in my little Viseart palettes in the mail and I'm so excited to play around with these and also show you some products because I realized I haven't talked about some new products that I've had because a lot of my content has kind of been like Project Pan, random stuff like that instead of like talking about new things. So, oh my gosh, it's so hot. So I am going to answer some questions. I am just warning you. I know a lot of you guys said in like a recent video of mine that you guys didn't mind the AC, but it is 90 degrees outside and I am dying in here, so the AC will probably turn on in this video, but let's just get started because I know this is going to be long. I'm just throwing my hair back. I know it doesn't really match anything I'm doing, but I'm going to start with some of the questions on Instagram. If I don't get to your question, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to do as many as I can. But first, let's start with the makeup. I'm going to try out this Ole Henriksen Truth Banana Bright Face Primer. There's the AC. A very sweet friend of mine, Laura, she watched my video talking about things that I wanted in the Sephora sale, and she said that she had one of these that's like over halfway done that she didn't really want anymore, and she sent it my way, which was so sweet and so generous. Thank you so much, and I'm excited to have this. It's not a full bottle, but I'm going to be able to try this out and see if I like it enough to purchase a full size, either in this Sephora sale or just in the future. So I'm going to try this out. I'm just going to take like a pump. This is not what I was expecting it to look like for some reason, but the first question is, of course, about my boyfriend. Like, everyone always asks a question about that. I am in a relationship with my boyfriend, and they asked, how long have you been with your boyfriend? And, oh, it smells like oranges. It smells so good. I've been with my boyfriend for almost 4 years, like 3.5. As of right now, our anniversary is later this year, so almost 4 years. It feels really weird to say because that's almost as long as I've been in high school. Well, I'm not in high school, but like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a very long time. So yeah, we've been together for 4 years. Going along with that, a lot of you guys have asked like what my major is and also like what he does. He is a year older than me and he's graduating early, so he graduates in the fall, and he is a computer engineer and I am a chemical engineer. I will get more into school questions later because a lot of you guys asked about school, which is understandable because I love hearing people talk about school, but I am a chemical engineer. We're both engineers. He is a lot better at what he does compared to me, but he really loves what he does. This primer is really nice. It's not as like shiny as I thought. It's actually like hydrating but not super dewy, which I really like. My friend Maddie asked, what is your favorite way to pass time? I'm gonna go in with the M Cosmetics Daydream Cushion Foundation because I haven't talked about this, and this is my favorite foundation, and I got it in January and it's now almost April and I haven't talked about it. So I'm almost through this cushion. I don't think this is worth the price, but I'm still going to repurchase it because of how good of a foundation it is. You just don't get a ton of product. Even with 2 sponges, this does soak up a lot of product, but honestly, I pass time very badly now. Kind of waste time on my phone a lot. It's really bad. I need to be devoting more time to school. I guess one way would technically be YouTube and like editing and stuff like that. I'm always on Instagram, which is a really bad habit of mine. But outside of that, like one of my hobbies is reading. I love to read. I just haven't been reading as much as I used to in like middle school and high school. I don't know why. It's just once I get into a story, I binge it. Like I finish it very quickly. Like Sarah J. Maas's new book, The Court of Silver Flames. Is that what it stands for? I don't know. I'm so bad with names, but I read that in like 2 days. And that's like a 800-page book. So it's not reading that's the problem. It's just if I'm not into the story, I don't think to read. And I'm just like aimlessly on my phone. But I need to start reading more before bed because it also helps me sleep more. But I do love reading. I'm trying to read at least 1 book a month, which I have done. I recently read All the Wandering Lights, I think, is the first book. It's a duology, and I read both of those. It's not like the best fantasy world ever, but I do think it was really enjoyable if you like YA, and it's very different. It's about hiking. I forget what mountain it is in like the real world, but it's like a trek. So there's magic in it. It's very interesting, and I'd recommend it. It's really fun. But yeah, I like to read. I also like cooking. I don't think it's a way of passing time because I do it anyways. I do it every day, and I do like baking. I just think that cooking is more fun. So I would just say generally reading, and also I'm addicted to this new game. It's not new, but it's new to me. It's like a SpongeBob. It's called like the Krusty Krab Cook something. Oh my gosh, I spend way too much time on that game because I keep getting stuck on like a level, and anyways, but that's a very fun game if you like cooking games. But anyways, this is what the foundation looks like, by the way. I built it up a little bit, but the coverage is so good. I have the lightest shade. It's called Cloud Dream, and this foundation is wonderful. It is a little bit later in the day. It's 4 p.m. so the sun is still out, but it's not direct sunlight, so I am using one artificial light, but like you can still see my skin through it, but it has really great coverage, and most of the time I don't feel the need to put a ton of concealer on my cheeks. I have been doing a little bit lately, but really like it. I'm going to use the Rare Beauty concealer on my under eyes. That was a little bit much, but I'm using the viewfinder. And I've been putting a little bit out here because of TikTok, even though I don't like using that much concealer. But Kyla, love you Kyla, asked a bunch of questions, so I'll get to hers. The first one that she asked is, are you going to be a Squishmallow collector? If you don't follow her, she actually has a video up on her channel which has like 12,000 views as of like today when I was just glancing at her channel. And first of all, congrats on a video with that many views, but apparently she's not the only one who likes Squishmallows, but she's gotten me really into Squishmallows because I've sent her a few that she can't get in Canada, and so now I am really interested in them. I wanted to actually get them like a few years ago or last year, but I just never did, or they were never in stock, and now they're like a big thing. So I own two. I do have two from Kyla, I want to say, on the way, and then like a few more. It's really bad, but they're so cute. I love stuffed animals. The ones that I have are at my boyfriend's right now, otherwise I'd show you. And they're just so cute, and I love them. I don't think I'll be like a big collector because I really can't, and I don't ever want to spend a ton of money on them. The one I really want right now is a My Melody Squishmallow. If anyone ever sees one, I will literally pay you extra. I'll pay you for the Squishmallow, pay you for shipping, and pay you extra if you find a My Melody, because I want one so badly. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to become like too obsessed. I think I'll have like a little collection, but like I don't ever want to get like a shelf for them, just especially in college. Like, where am I going to put a shelf for Squishmallows? But they are very addicting, especially like finding good deals. You just want to buy them. Okay, my favorite place to shop. I don't know what this question means for like in general or for clothes. I don't really buy myself clothes. I buy them like once a year. I want to thrift more, but unfortunately just like not having a car, COVID making me freaked out about going in places, and just generally not wanting to spend a lot of money on clothes, I haven't really thrifted. I do buy from Marshalls some, but I really don't buy myself clothes. That's why I wear the same things over and over again. But if I do buy clothes, I do really like American Eagle. I know that they're not really a sustainable brand, but they have the best jeans in the world. I love their mom jeans, and I've been buying their skinny jeans for like ever, and I like shop once a year. Like, I have the same jeans, I wear the same 2 pairs. I really need to get more, but yeah, I just kind of shop at American Eagle, and then otherwise like I kind of just buy makeup. I like Sephora. I don't know, I don't really shop a lot. I do like Target. I actually do really like Target's clothes, but I don't really do shopping outside of like makeup. So I don't know, I'm just weird about buying myself clothes. That's the Rare Beauty concealer, by the way. Very light coverage, but I love it. And I'm just going to take a little bit of my Kosas concealer on my cheeks. I don't really need it, but I'm trying to use this guy up. But yeah, I don't really go shopping. The only thing I really buy nowadays is makeup and clothes, or not clothes, and food. I love Trader Joe's though. Like, I've always like been interested in going there, but recently we actually went there to get groceries, and they're like frozen food stuff. Like I don't go there for groceries, but there's like frozen dinners are so good. I really like the fried ravioli. I saw Kiana talking about it on Instagram. It's like a mozzarella stick, but a little bit better. But yeah, I really like Trader Joe's. I don't really know how to answer these questions without being awkward, but what is a new makeup product that you're interested in? I am so excited. I didn't talk about this in my Sephora sale video because I actually added it to my wish list afterwards, but I'm so excited for the Melt Cream Blush Lights or whatever they're called. Oh my gosh, I watched Kaki's video. They look so good on the skin. They look so thin and beautiful. And she described them like they're nothing else I have in my collection. I'm planning on getting probably 2 in Sephora sale, which I wanted 3, so I mean 2 is better at least, but they just look so beautiful. I want to get 2 of the shimmery shades, and at least those will be more unique to my collection because I have a lot of cream blushes, but not any like shimmery ones. The only shimmery cream I have is Tower 28 Bronzino. And the 2 shades that I know I want Lynx for sure, and I'm not sure if I want Polished or Golden Hour. I think I want Golden Hour, but I'm not really sure. I feel like Polished might be a little more unique. If you have the Melt Cream blushes, please let me know your thoughts down below. I'm using the Fenty Cream Bronzer, by the way, but it looked so good on Kaki, and she used Lynx as like a bronzer. I'm gonna try that. I don't know if it'll be too warm on me though, but man, I'm so excited for those because the texture just looks unreal on the skin. They're so thin, and she said they looked like the Daniel Sandler blushes. I haven't tried those, but I'm so excited for those blushes. I like can't wait for the Sephora sale. And then I've gotten a few other questions about like what's currently on your wish list. I made the Sephora sale wish list video, but yeah, it's really just the Melt Cream blushes that are now on my wish list. I also ordered the Fenty foundation, but I got like 15 requests to film a video reviewing that, so I did order it because it was on sale, so I at least better have 15 views on that video. But really nothing else. I kind of want to get the cream blushes and then kind of use up my products in my collection and wait for some exciting new releases. I did just get some Viseart palettes, which I will talk about in a second, but yeah, that's the Fenty Cream Bronzer. I literally use that every day. And then I'm going to do the eyes next because I always do this. I do bronzer and then the eyes because I never know what blush is going to match. But I just like, I don't know. I don't know why I do bronzer and then do eyes and then do blush. Don't really know. But Fenty Beauty Eye Primer. Kyla asked, how is online school going? Not well, but it's definitely going better than it did last semester. I'm very bad at like self accountability. I don't really know how to describe it. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you understand and feel the same way. I just am not good at doing things on my own, and I don't really like it either, and I know it's not necessarily my fault. With school, I'm just like struggling to actually be watching the lectures, and so I will literally like do almost nothing every day, yet I'm not relaxing. It's like the weirdest thing in the world, and I get really behind on lectures, and then I catch up, and then I take the exam, and it's like if I would have just stayed caught up, I would have been a lot more prepared for the exam, and I could have actually studied, because back when things were in person, I obviously like I studied a lot. Like I'd go to class and I'd be at the library all day studying, and now it's like I literally just watch lectures and do a little bit of studying. Like obviously for Orgo I did do a bit more studying, but I'm not performing like I want to be. I'm gonna go in with, hold on, I'll get back to that question in a second, but I got 2 new palettes because the Viseart had a really good sale. This is the Petite Pro, there's no names on here, but this is the Apricot Teen palette, I want to say. Oh, it's in here, but the packaging is so cute. These are so tiny, like I did not expect it, but I don't think I'm going to use this one today, but this one is very beautiful for summer. It's a really pretty shade, and I'm really excited for that peachy color right here, but it reminds me of the Sweet Peach palette, which I don't have anymore, and so I'm very excited for this one, and it was also very affordable. But I think I'm going to go in with the Solstice palette. This one is like a terracotta shade, and look at these like beautiful light neutrals, and then this duochrome in the corner. I'm definitely using that, but I'm just gonna go in with this matte cream shade. But anyways, yeah, I'm just not performing where I want to be, and I'm not beating myself up over it. It's just like, I know I could be getting a lot better grades than I do right now. I'm like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pass all my classes this semester. I mean, I'm going to force myself to get my act together, but it's just hard, especially like having friends who do better in classes than me because they just are able to keep up with it and go to class and watch lectures on time and just perform better and have time to study, and I just have no motivation, and I get very, very, very drained nowadays with classes. Like, I'm trying, I'm caught up in all my classes right now, and this next week I'm gonna try and like keep up with it, but it's just very draining for me to even be doing the bare minimum. So I'm doing better than last semester because I feel like, I mean, two of my classes I'm doing very well in, and then one of them I'm doing all right in, and then orgo is orgo. But I'm doing better than last semester because I've kind of gotten a hold on it, and I've been starting to work with some of my classmates just on Discord, which has helped a lot, and I've also just enjoyed my classes a lot more this semester. But it's definitely tough, and I'm really excited in the fall. We are planning on going back to in-person classes, which I really hope it works out. I am half vaccinated right now. I did get my first vaccine 2 days ago, and by the way, I'm feeling fine. Like, it was just a sore arm, but I'm really hoping we do get to go back in class and in person and have things be normal and safe. Of course, I'm like the most cautious person ever with COVID. Like, I am so worried about COVID, but I'm really hoping we can go back in person, because I feel like when I'm actually like going to class, it's gonna be not a big deal, and I have all of this time to kind of do studying, to relax, and just feel like it's gonna be so much better for my mental health because I'll be caught up. And if I'm performing all right, like I'm passing my classes with doing the bare minimum, which will be showing up to class next semester, I feel like I can much more efficiently spend my time in person, because all of my classes are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and 3 out of 4 of the classes I'm with the same group of people for all 3 of them, and they're the same group of people that I've been with since the fall. And so I feel like we'll all just kind of be studying together in between classes, and then Tuesday and Thursday I can either take time to study or just relax, and I'm very excited for it. So that's my little spiel. Online class is very hard, especially for me, because I get very drained and overwhelmed very easily, and I have high functioning anxiety, so I will procrastinate very badly and then have like a spurt of like working. So I will procrastinate up until the week before the exam, and then I will be very productive that week, and I just need to break the habit, but it is very hard. But anyways, that's how online school is going. Hoping it's the end of it. I just went in with this shade and I put it in my crease and then just all over the lid. Someone asked what is my major, which kind of goes with the question I just asked. I'm going in with this slightly deeper one and just putting a little bit on the outer lid. I'm majoring in chemical engineering, which it's rough. It's definitely rough because I mean, you kind of are told what your major is, and like I understood what chemical engineering was, but like you don't really know what you're going to be doing. I feel like with engineers in general too, like does anyone really understand what engineers do unless you're actually working as an engineer? Because like it's definitely very hard. It's a lot more, I don't know what it's a lot more, but it's some physics stuff and a lot of equation manipulation. It's just a lot of work. I don't think it's necessarily like impossible for anyone to do or hard. It's just like, I don't think STEM is hard in general. It's just a lot of work. And yeah, I still do really like my major as of right now. I'm not really gonna know if I chose the right major until I get into a job field, but luckily right now it's something that I'm enjoying, and getting an engineering degree is kind of a very, not a universal, but it's a very wide degree where you can really do a lot of jobs with it. So I'm pretty confident that regardless of how I feel about the degree when I graduate, there are so many different job opportunities that I'm sure I can find something I really enjoy. I have no idea what I want to do right now, but luckily it's a field that I most likely will be able to find a job in and have economic stability. My boyfriend is a year older than me, so he will have a job before me as well. And yeah, that's my major. I'm going to go in with this duochrome shade, but I've had people ask like where I go to college. I will just say, because I've had people ask it, I do go to the University of Florida. I'm only comfortable saying that because it's a big campus and I don't think you'll be able to find me, but please don't come stalk me, please. But yeah, I've had several of you guys DM me saying that you also go here, which is kind of cool. Maybe one day I'll run into you, but oh, you can't even tell on camera. That's like a pink blue duochrome and that's so pretty. Oh my gosh, you can't even tell on camera how beautiful that shade is. Oh wow. Yeah, that's such a good shade. Wow, that's like worth this whole palette for me, because this was like $10 something and that shade is worth it. Someone asked, what's your favorite powder blush? That's a very hard question because I have literally only been wearing creams, but as of right now, I think it's the M Cosmetics blush in Faded Clementine. The formula on this is so beautiful and it's glowy in the way that like how a cream looks after you set it a little bit, which is my favorite type of look. It's not super like, I mean, it's not oily because it's a powder, but it's very beautiful on the skin, and this is a very pretty color for summer. It's a natural color. It's more like orangey, but it's not super orange, and it's very pretty on the skin. I love the formula of that, and I want all of the blushes, so I'd probably say that's my favorite powder blush right now, but I honestly could do without powder blushes even though I love them still. I've literally only been wearing cream. So that's the eyes. I'm gonna leave it really simple, but I will use one of these on the inner corner. I think I'm just gonna go in with this peachy shade, which reminds me of one of the shades in the Sweet Peach palette. I don't remember what it's called. Oh, that's a lot deeper than I thought. Okay. I never bought from Viseart before, and I wasn't really interested in them until recently. I just think that their color stories are so pretty and so easy to imagine looks with, and especially with the sale, it was 40% off. The palettes are just so pretty. I could definitely see myself picking up more from them. I'm excited to see what their summer palette is, and these are also magnetic and really easy to take out. But so far I'm really impressed with the formula. Like obviously it's a small palette, but very cohesive color story and very easy to work with. So I'm gonna ask, what inspired you to start your channel? I've actually had like a YouTube channel for a while. This channel actually used to be a book YouTube channel. I'm gonna go in with Tower 28 Magic Hour because I've just been loving this blush, but this used to be a book YouTube channel. It wasn't very successful, but I enjoyed doing it and I still really like watching book content. I've just moved more towards beauty, obviously, and that's what I do now. But I've always loved watching YouTube, and I just had always wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I never really did it consistently, especially because when I had my book channel, I stopped posting and I privated everything because I was so scared of other people finding out. I've always just loved doing it. I would always want to talk. I actually had like a second channel for like makeup where I would just film like a haul. I don't know. I didn't really wear makeup, but I always loved talking about it. I always loved declutters. Even if I didn't have a channel, I would film a declutter and like just delete it afterwards because I just love beauty content and I just think it's so fun to talk to yourself sometimes. And so I just decided to do it. I filmed a declutter because I always loved talking through my declutters, and I just decided to post it. And then after a little while, it wasn't like right after that I decided to post consistently, but I found like Kyla's channel. I fell in love with her videos and I just decided to start posting consistently because it was quarantine and I was home, and it made me really excited and happy. I also started an Instagram, which is my biggest tip if you are starting a YouTube channel, to also make an Instagram because it's the best way to connect with the community. And yeah, I just started it because I loved talking about makeup and I loved watching YouTube, and I think really anyone can start it if they want to, and I highly encourage you to do it if you want. I know it is hard, especially at the beginning, to be making content and no one really watching it, but I do really suggest starting an Instagram account. Someone asked, what are your thoughts on the Natasha Denona Gold palette? I posted out on Instagram and I haven't really talked about it. I'm so behind on talking to you guys about newer makeup. I did buy the Natasha Denona Gold palette. I do think this is really expensive, and I don't think any palette is worth this amount of money. I haven't used it fully because I haven't been wearing a ton of makeup, which is also something you need to work on, but it's just a gorgeous palette. I don't think you'll be disappointed if you're prepared to spend that much money, but don't expect it to like change your life. But it is so pretty. My favorite shade is this one up here. It's like a sheer glittery shade. You can build it up, but it's so beautiful on the lids. I was actually wearing it in my Sephora sale video and something else, some other video, and I got a ton of questions about my eyeshadow. I also really like this shade, the lime chrome shade, but it's a little bit more sheer in its base. But I do really like the palette. I wouldn't say it's worth it at full price, but I think if you are eyeing the color story and you're willing to spend the money, I don't think you'll be disappointed, especially because these are all like usable shades and like easy to see looks out of. What do you want to achieve being a beauty influencer? Well, thank you. I don't really view myself as an influencer. I just view myself as someone, I don't know, just having fun talking about makeup and kind of posting videos about it. I mean, I do know that posting stuff on the internet, on social media about beauty, you are likely going to influence someone in some way. I don't really have any goals that are like massive. Like, I'm not trying to make this my job. I do think it would be nice, or it is nice, to make a little bit of money. I don't have a job right now. I'm a full-time student because I can't imagine having a job right now, because if I'm going to have the mental capacity to be doing work, I really just need to be studying all the time, especially this coming semester. My fall is going to be very intense, but I don't know. I think my goal is to just continue to have the community where I just feel very comfortable talking to you guys. Like, I don't feel like I'm afraid of like being judged. I can kind of just talk about things that I love, and I just love getting to talk to you guys. And I think my goal is to just continue posting consistently, and I don't know, I hope that you guys are positively impacted by my videos in some way, but I don't have like a goal of like reaching a certain sub count or making X amount of money, or I don't know, making this my job. Like, I don't think that that's realistic for me. If it was one day, I think it'd be cool. I don't ever think I would quit my job for YouTube, but I don't think I would ever get to that point. I don't think it's the worst thing ever though, because even though doing chemical engineering feels more fulfilling, I still think that there is a place for YouTubers in society. I don't know. That's a weird feeling. I don't like my brows, but I don't think I'll ever get to that point. I just hope to make a little bit of money, especially that I can put back into YouTube, like the Fenty foundation. I put back money that I made on YouTube to buy that, and hopefully make that money back eventually. But yeah, my goal is to just continue posting about makeup and things that I really enjoy, and continue to have a community that enjoys watching my videos, because I really like seeing the same people on my channel, and it makes my day when I see like the same person comment on all my videos. I do really notice it. Using the Bite Beauty mascara, yeah, I would like to grow still consistently with my sub count, obviously, and like I don't know what that number realistically looks like, because I don't know how long I'll be on YouTube or if I will continue growing. I would like to at least hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year, but it really doesn't matter to me. I think what matters more is having people that actually want to watch my content. I feel like I have a pretty good view count compared to my subscriber count. Like, I feel like you guys typically enjoy most of my videos. I'm pretty easily able to like know what videos are going to do better on my channel. Like, I know my Project Pan videos and my Shop My Stash videos are your guys' favorite videos on my channel, but obviously I still want to film stuff that I want to do. This is a very ranty answer. I don't really have like big goals. I just want to continue posting and continue having people who actually want to hear what I have to say. I don't know if you guys want me to post more reviews in the future. I will obviously do it for some videos, but like, I feel like I'm not helpful with reviews. I feel like it's more helpful to do something like this and for you guys to just know, like, is this something I like and I use consistently? Because if so, you probably know that I like it, but I don't know. Do you guys want to see more reviews? That was not related to the question at all. Would you like to live abroad / in another state? I just threw my mascara. And the answer to both of those questions is yes. I wanted to study abroad really badly, but unfortunately with my curriculum, it would push me back in my graduation deadline because my major requires a lot of credits. And I just don't financially want to push back my graduation if I don't have to, but I would love to live abroad or work abroad. I don't think I would live permanently abroad because I love having my family close. My family is like, I don't know, family is very fun to me, but I'm definitely not living where I live now for the rest of my life. I live in Florida and I would like to live abroad, at least travel abroad. I've never been out of the country, but definitely yes, I would like to live in a different state because I live in Florida. My family is from Minnesota and I hate Florida. I think it has its perks, especially like as summer is coming around. I'm kind of like glad that we get to go to the beach, and mainly the only reason I would stay in Florida is for my family here, which isn't much. I have my grandma and my mom in Florida. Everyone else lives either in Minnesota or a few different states, or because of like Disney and the beach. Like I just don't like Florida. It's so hot out. It's March and it's 90 degrees outside, and if you've ever been here, it's so disgustingly humid. I use my Rare Beauty highlighter. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna get a cream highlighter during this 4th sale because this one will do the job, but I just don't like the heat. I don't know if I want to. I would love to live in Minnesota, but I don't know if I'll realistically do it. Obviously, my boyfriend has lived in Florida his whole life and his whole family lives in Florida. Like generations have lived here, but I don't know where we'll end up. It kind of also depends on my job. It's likely I'll end up in like Texas or Seattle or California, but I would love to live in the Pacific Northwest or the Midwest or like, I don't know, Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin. Wisconsin Madison is so beautiful. It's like one of my favorite places that I've been to. I would love to live in that city. Pacific Northwest is so gorgeous. Me and my boyfriend both love the outdoors. And then the Carolinas are just like a good mix between like Florida and the cold. So yeah, I definitely see myself living in a different state. Nothing against Florida. I think it's a great place, obviously, for vacationing. I just like seasons and I hate the heat, and it's pretty if you like the water, but I like up north where you can like go hiking. I love being on the lake. You can't really go out into the lake in Florida because it's really nasty, but I definitely would. This video is so long. What are your summer plans? So exciting. I'm taking Orgo 2 this summer, or if I fail Orgo 1, I'm taking Orgo 1 again, but just using some of my Bite powder to set my face a little bit. I'm taking classes this summer because my fall semester, I'm taking 3 very, very hard classes, and I don't want to add Orgo 2 to that, so taking that this summer. I'm taking lab as well, and then one other class that will end in June. But I'm taking summer classes. I hope that I get to do a little bit of like fun summer stuff. I really want to go to the beach. We might actually go like before summer, before it gets really busy, and my boyfriend actually has an internship, so he won't even be here, so I hope we can go to the beach before that, and we'll both be vaccinated too. And maybe Disney. I don't know how the pandemic is gonna look, but mostly just studying. I got a few questions about how I got into makeup. Honestly, through YouTube. I've been wearing makeup since I was pretty young. I did makeup when I was very, very young because I was a dancer, but I don't really count that. I did like having like the box where it was like all of the colorful eyeshadows, and then you pull the drawer out with all like the lipsticks in the little tins. But I did always wear like a concealer and mascara and eyebrow something in like middle school. And then throughout high school, I bought a lot of makeup. Actually, I had a lot of palettes and stuff, but I really only wore concealer, mascara, and eyebrows. But I still loved makeup, and I think that came from watching a lot of YouTube things. I just always thought it was so fun to watch YouTube videos about makeup. Like, I've always loved that. What limited edition products do you wish you would have purchased? I wish I would have gotten the Mel Thompson Tiny Marvels palette. I don't know if it came back in stock, if I would actually buy it today, but I just think it's so cute. I love that lime green in there. I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. I love the colors in there. Again, I don't know if I would have actually bought it because obviously I didn't buy it the first time around, but I think there's one more restock. I'm not sure, but it's just a very cute palette that now I kind of see it. I'm like, wow, kind of wish I would have got that one. But typically, and I don't know, what other limited edition stuff have I like missed out on? I don't really know. Like, I don't remember besides that palette. Your top 5 makeup products. Probably a lot of stuff I wore today. I'd probably say my M Cosmetics cushion, my Fenty cream bronzer, my Tower 28 blushes. Don't make me pick one, but here's one on my makeup bag. Rush Hour, that's 3. My Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize. Oh, they're so good. I love them. And then M Cosmetics lip cushions. If you could only use one makeup brand for the rest of your life, what would it be? Probably M Cosmetics, because I love Tower 28 as well, but M Cosmetics has like a full range of products that I love them all. Tower 28 is still a little bit smaller, but I just love M Cosmetics stuff. Did I tell you I did put a little bit of powder bronzer on, just my Hourglass one, because I'm trying to use it more. I did not set my under eyes, I'll do that in a second, but I'm going to use the M Cosmetics lip liner. What are your holy grail makeup products? Probably those 5 that I said. Right now I'm just really loving the Fenty cream bronzer and the Tower 28 blush. Also, this lip liner is so good. It's M Cosmetics lip liner in Kitten. It lasts like a very long time, and the formula is creamy still. Someone else asked, you can only keep 3 makeup items. What do you keep? If I had to narrow it down, it would be these 3. I'd keep my cushion foundation, my cream bronzer, and my cream blush. Obviously, I would want eyebrows and mascara, but that's very boring. But these are the 3 things I would say. The Tower 28 blushes, I've fallen back in love with them, having the new shades. They're so good. They last so long, and they're so beautiful on the cheeks. So I'd probably pick at those 3 and just use Aquaphor on my lips. Okay, I'm almost done. I'm going to use the lip cushion, but I will use the shade Magic Hour. I was wearing Venetian Rose in my last video. Someone else asked actually 2 questions about college. How's college going? I kind of already answered that question, but what is your favorite and least favorite modules? I'm guessing a module is like a class. I'm gonna answer like that I'm taking right now. Probably, I mean, I don't love the classes I'm taking right now. My least favorite is definitely organic chemistry. And then I'm also taking a class called Food Science, which I can't say that's my favorite because I don't really do much for that class. So I'd probably say it's my coding class. I do really enjoy coding. Right now it's getting a little bit more difficult because it's like using differential equations in coding, but I do really enjoy the first half of that class because I do really enjoy coding in computer science. But yeah. And then what are you studying, what year you're in? I will say I am in my 2nd year going into my 3rd year, but it is online right now. They just asked that. I'm looking at my YouTube community tab. It is online right now, but it's going back in person in the fall, assuming everything is all right. But I think I did everything for my makeup. This eyeshadow is so pretty, and this is kind of like my go-to routine, just with different eye makeup. I probably will film an updated like go-to makeup look for class, but generally this is what I'm doing. I love the base and the cheeks so much. This video is so long, so I will stop because I think I answered most of the questions. Sorry if I didn't get to yours, and I will probably do this in the future because it's a lot easier to do your makeup and answer questions rather than just be doing makeup and talking about nothing. But if you have any questions about these products, be sure to leave them down below. Oh my gosh, I need to set my under eyes really quickly. By the way, this powder, the NARS Light Reflecting Setting Powder, it's so good. I know the Dior one is really popular lately, but I think this one is probably like the same thing. And also kind of similar to the Pat McGrath under eye powder, but it just like sets it, but it doesn't make it look dry at all, like at all. It doesn't even look like I'm wearing powder, but it's very good and you get a lot of product. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. By the way, on my nails is Lights Lacquer Lilac Wine. It's so pretty. But anyways, I will see you in my next video. Bye!